This is a video about acrylic techniques and specifically monochromatic acrylic techniques. So first of all, we're just going to start off with creating a range of tones, and obviously you've got the lightest tone as white, and then gradually adding black. You are going to create a range of grey tones. And the more grey you add, the closer you're going to get to black. Until eventually you've just got black on its own. Okay, then we're going to talk about blending acrylic together. So I'm going to start off with a lighter grey and blend that into black. So I am applying a layer of paint within each colour, and then all you're going to do is make sure that your brush is clean, but it's damp as well, so it's not dry, it's got a bit of water on it. Then you're just going to go back and forth with the brush until you've created a nice smooth blend there. The next thing we're going to talk about is brush strokes. So you might have really controlled brush strokes, that follow the contours of the shapes that you're painting, that are applied really smoothly. Okay. Then you've got, in contrast to that, you've got more abstract brush strokes, so maybe more thickly applied paint. And they could be controlled abstract lines, or they could be more sort of sporadic, but you would only sort of use this technique if it related to the artist that you are looking at. One of the things that you've also got dry brushing, and what that is when you've got a lot of paint on your brush and not a lot of water, and you get this sort of textured line. So that's what dry brushing is. Then you've got a choice of the way that you apply the paint to the page. So you can just use a paintbrush, or you could use earbuds. So here I've just taped a few together just so that I can quickly apply some marks onto the page. And what you can do with all of this is to create tone. You can blend the colours that you're using together. Create that nice sort of stippled pointillist effect like that. Then you could use cardboard, or you can just fold up a piece of paper a couple of times, and then you can use that to apply and scrape the paper. And again, you can do that in a really controlled way. If you are creating a portrait, you can create a range of tones. And you can also again create this like thick impasto effect. Impasto is when the paint is applied quite thickly and you can see the brush strokes sort of risen from the page. Another thing that you can do is just use your fingertips. So an artist that would be good for this sort of technique might be Chuck Close, somebody like that. And again, that can be quite controlled, and it doesn't just have to be this stippled effect. You could create, let's go down here, you could create lines and different sorts of textures with this technique. Just have a play depending on what technique is appropriate for you. Hopefully this video has helped you and you can use some of these techniques in your work. Enjoy!